Well done. That was really good. I love listening to you because your voice is so sweet. Thank you so much. So, again, I'd like to welcome everybody. Thank you very much for joining. And we've got a packed program for everybody. So, quite a few people are
This is your
hosting
bedtime story
this.
today,
So,
okay? No, listen.
Sandhya and Vinesh, Sanjay, Vivas, thank you so much. Henna, um, and also we have Shavi and Puna Mataji.
Sister is there from
Oh,
America.
very good. Oh, okay. Very good. Very good. Very good. So let's start with the Bhagavad Gita. We read the 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita every day. And the reason for that is because the 12th chapter is all about Bhakti Yoga. And this month is very special to Bhakti Devi. And Bhakti Devi is none other than Srimati Radharani. So we recite this Bhakti Yoga chapter to please Srimati Radharani. And when Srimati Radharani gets pleased, Krishna automatically becomes pleased. So I wanted to ask, yes, Shavi will read the English and, sorry, the Sanskrit. I wanted some volunteers to read the English. Would anybody like?
Especially the children.
Especially the children. Yes, good girl. So okay. Vivas, your daughter.
Chapter 12.
Rohan can read, Prabhuji.
Okay, okay. And we have another hand up here, which is Katan. Is it Katan? So what we can do, we can take turns and we can slowly go through it, okay?
You can do 5 each, if you like.
No, it's too many. We'll pick it. Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Oh, Rajiv, you're there as well. Good. Your son can also read. So let's start and then we'll just go through everybody. Thank you so much. Shavi, you can start, huh?
एवं सततयुक्ताय भक्तास्त्वां पर्युपासते ये चाप्याक्षरम् अव्यक्तम् तेषां के योगवित्तमः.
So Vivas, your daughter?
Arjuna inquired, which are considered to be more perfect? Those who are always properly engaged in your devotional service, or those who worship in personal Brahman, the unmanifested.
Very good.
नित्ययुक्ता उपासते श्रद्धया प्रयुपेतास्ते युक्ततमः.
Rohan?
Yeah, read.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "Those who fix their minds on my personal form and are always engaged in worshipping me with great and transcendental faith are considered by me to be most perfect."
Very good. Very nice and confident boy. Now, I'm not going to make any comments on chapter 12 because I wanted Sanjana at the end of the chapter to just do a summary of the chapter. And Sanjana is Henna's daughter, and she is such a bright girl. So, Shavi, carry on.
अक्षरमनिर्देश्यम् अव्यक्तं पर्युपासते सर्वत्र गमचिन्त्यं च कुटस्थम् अचलं ध्रुवं सन्नियम्येन्द्रियग्रामं सर्वत्र समबुद्धयः ते प्राप्नुवन्ति मामेव सर्वभूतहिते रतः.
Palika, would you like to read that?
Okay, I'll have to go. But
But those who fully worship the unmanifested, which lies beyond the perception of the senses, or the all-pervading, inconceivable, unchanging, fixed, immovable, the impersonal conception of the absolute truth, by controlling the various senses and being equally
Sorry.
disposed to everyone, such persons engaged in the welfare of all at last achieve me.
Good.
Well done, Palika.
Avyakta sakta chetasam avyakta hi gatir deharvadbhir avapyate.
Rajiv, your son would like to read?
Sure.
For those whose minds are attached to the unmanifested, impersonal feature of the supreme, advancement is very troublesome. To make progress in that discipline is always difficult for those who are embodied.
Well done.
मयि सन्न्यस्य मत्परः अनन्येनैव योगेन मां ध्यायन्त उपासते तेषाम् अहं समुद्धर्ता मृत्यु संसार सागरात् भवामि न चिरात् पार्थ मय्यावेशित चेतसाम्.
Aishwarya, would you like to read that translation?
Just fix your mind upon me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and engage all your intelligence in me. Thus you will live in me always, without a doubt.
Oh, sorry, it was the other, the 6 and 7 you're supposed to read. You read the next one. Can you read 6 and 7?
But those who worship me, giving up all their activities unto me, and beginning. But those who worship me, giving up all their activities unto me, and being devoted to me, without deviation, engaged in devotional service, and always meditating upon me, have fixed their minds upon me, O son of Bharata. For them I am swift deliverer from the ocean, birth, and death.
Vamana adatsva mayi buddhim niveshaya nivasishyasi mayeva atha urdhvam na samshayaha.
Nathan, you want to do that one? Or Kathin, one of them, you can do it.
Yeah, Kathan is reading, yeah.
Okay, good.
Fix your mind upon me, Supreme Personality of Godhead, and engage all your intelligence in me. Thus you will live in me, always without a doubt.
Next one.
अथ चित्तं समाधातुं न शक्नोषि मयि स्थिरम् अभ्यासयोगेन ततो मामिच्छाप्तुं धनञ्जय.
Falguni, would your daughter like to read, or?
Sure, one second. Leah, your turn. Bisija. Yeah, read this line.
If you cannot practice the
No, the one before.
Oh, sorry.
That's
My
okay.
dear Arjun, this is the one.
My dear Arjun, O winner of wealth, you cannot fix your mind upon me without
Deviation.
Then follow the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga. It's the way to develop a desire to attain me.
Thank you, Leah.
अभ्यासे समर्थोऽसि मत्कर्मा परमो भव मदार्थमपि कर्माणि कुर्वन् सिद्धिमवाप्स्यसि.
Katit, you want to read?
If you cannot practice the regulation of Bhakti Yoga, then just try to work for me. Because by working for me, you will come to the perfect state.
Good boy.
तदप्यशक्तोऽसि कर्तुं मद्योगमाश्रितः सर्वकर्मफलत्यागं ततः कुरु यतात्मवान्.
Bhakti, you want to read this translation?
Number 11.
If, however, you are unable to work in this courses of me, then try to alter giving up all results of your work and try to be self-certified.
Good. Well done.
Well done, Bhakti.
ज्ञानात् ध्यानं विशिष्यते ज्ञानात् कर्मफलत्यागात् त्यागात् शान्तिरनन्तरम्.
Jainita, you want to read this translation?
Number 12.
Sorry, Mataji, he's a bit grumpy today.
You can do it.
All right.
Okay, I'll do it, yeah. If you cannot take to this practice, then engage yourself in the cultivation of knowledge. Better than knowledge, however, is meditation, and better than meditation is renunciation of the fruits of action. For by such renunciation, one can attain peace of mind. Thank you.
Thank you.
अद्वेष्टा सर्वभूतानां मैत्रः करुण एव च निर्ममो निरहङ्कारः समदुःखसुखक्षमे सन्तुष्टः सततं योगी यतात्मा दृढनिश्चयः मय्यर्पितमनो बुद्धिर्यो मद्भक्तः स मे प्रियः.
Vivas, your daughter can read this one.
Yes, Mataji.
One who is not envious, but is a kind friend to all living entities, who does not think himself a puppeteer and is free from false ego, who is equal in both happiness and distress, who is tolerant, always satisfied, self-controlled, and engaged in devotional service with determination, his mind and intelligence fixed on me. Such a devotee of mine is very dear to me.
Thank you.
यस्मान्नो द्विजते लोको लोकानो द्विजते च यः हर्षमर्षभयोद्वेगैर्मुक्तो यः स च मे प्रियः.
Krish, are you there? Sanjana, your brother.
Yes, he is. Yes.
Let's get him reading.
Yeah. Okay.
He can read.
Krish, come on. Can we read it? Come. It's this one. It's the 15, isn't it? 12:15.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Can you read 12:15? 12:15 here.
Oh, he by.
Hmm.
Okay. He by whom no one is put into difficulty, and who is not disturbed by anyone, who is equipoised in happiness and distress, fear and anxiety is very dear to me.
You've broken your voice, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that you're going to read all of them now, yeah? Read all of them. So and then your sister's going to describe all of them. So this is a family business.
Yes, they will read this first.
Shaving?
They will read that and we will read that.
Okay.
अपेक्षा सुचिर्दक्ष उदासीनो गतव्यतः सर्वरम्भा परित्यागी यो मद्भक्तः समे प्रियः.
My devotee who is not dependent on the ordinary course of activities, who is pure, expert, without cares, free from all pains, and not striving for some result, is very dear to me.
यो न रष्यति न द्वेष्टि न शोचति न काङ्क्षति शुभाशुभ परित्यागी भक्तिमान् यः समे प्रियः.
One who neither rejoices nor grieves, who neither laments nor desires, who renounces both auspicious and inauspicious things. Such a devotee is very dear to me.
शोत्रो च मित्रे च तथा मानापमानयो शीतोष्ण सुखदुःखेषु समः सङ्गविवर्जितः तुल्यनिन्दास्तुतिर्मौनी सन्तुष्टो येन केनचित् अनिकेतस्थिरमतेर्भक्तिमान् मे प्रियो नरः.
One who is equal to friends and enemies, who is equipoised in honor and dishonor, heat and cold, happiness and distress, fame and infamy, who is always free from contaminating association, always silent and satisfied with anything, who doesn't care for any residence, who is fixed in knowledge and who is engaged in devotional service. Such a person is very dear to me.
Read the English, darling.
Oh,
this one, yeah.
Those who follow this imperishable path of devotional service and who completely engage themselves with faith, making me the supreme goal and very, very dear to me.
Bhagavad Gita ki jai. I'd like to thank everybody for reading. It was read very nice, especially Krish. You got one heck of a voice, Krish.
Yeah, thank you.
And Shavi, you've really done amazing now.
Mastered it.
So you mastered the whole lot, haven't you? All 20 verses.
We need a recording from you.
Absolutely.
You will get that.
But she's amazing. It's just out of this world. And Puna Mataji, her mother, is really training her and her twin sons as well. They're only 5, but they're really doing so well. So thank you so much, Shavi. And today, of course, we got many hosts because it's the last Saturday of Kartik. So Puna Mataji and family, Vivas and family, we have Henna and family, Sandhya and family, Rajiv and family, and Dr. Sanjay and family. So thank you to all of you. I hope I didn't miss anybody. So what we wanted to do was I wanted to ask Sanjana, and Sanjana is the daughter of Henna. Henna. And she actually she runs the pre-teens sessions that we do and the youth presentations as well. And I wanted her to give a short explanation of this 12th chapter.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, everybody. Thanks for joining. Nabi, did you want me to just to share my screen, or did you do the presentation similar to what I did last time, or do you want me to just talk through it?
You can actually. Why not? But it won't take you long, right?
No. 5 minutes, right?
Go for it. Go for it. You can share it now.
Okay, sure.
And let's just come out of. Okay, good.
So some people who might have come to the youth seminars might be familiar with this presentation. So sorry if you're having to hear a little bit of a repeat, but I think I recognize a lot of new people that I've never seen met before. So hopefully
10 minutes, don't worry. Take your time.
Sure. So Bhagavad Gita chapter 12. What an amazing chapter. Personally, as I always say, one of my favorite chapters of the Bhagavad Gita. It's a very, very short chapter, but within it, there's a lot of wealth and a lot of richness that we can take both to apply to our own our like spiritual lives and also our material lives. So there are many things that we can take from this chapter, and this sort of small presentation aims to comment on and draw out a few of those key things. So just a quick overview, because a lot of the language, especially in the Bhagavad Gita, can seem quite high or quite like dense, but actually there are a lot of ways to simply understand it. So just a quick overview of what we just heard. So just to contextualize the chapter, chapter 12 begins after chapter 11, where Krishna has just shown Arjuna the universal form, which is a very big, very overwhelming form of God, form of Krishna. And after this, he's turned into his four-handed form and then back into his two-handed personal form as Krishna. So the beginning of the chapter sort of follows on from there, and Arjuna is asking, which form is easiest for me to worship, your personal form or your big universal impersonal form? And Krishna says, I can be attained through both routes, but worshipping the impersonal form is so difficult because, as you've just seen, you know, it's a very overwhelming sight. There's so many different things to focus on. It's very grand, but it's harder to form a relationship with. Whereas my two-handed personal form is where you can understand me as a personality and connect with me in that way. So that kind of answers that question that's raised by chapter 11 by Arjuna and by many of us when we feel like we're reading this chapter as well. So continuing that, Krishna says, okay, well, how can you set up a personal relationship with me? And so he outlines these different points, these different stages at which we can begin. And then near the end of the chapter, you would have seen in a lot of the English translations where Krishna is saying, these qualities are very dear to me, or very dear to me. The person who does this is very dear to me. So these are qualities that we can be aspiring to, kind of the qualities of a good devotee and a good person in general, as we'll see. So these are also very valuable qualities to look at and to take from chapter 12. At the bottom here, just a few bold key takeaways from me personally. I think in this chapter, one of the great beauties is how much it emphasizes that God and Krishna can be understood on a very personal level, and through a very active relationship, and also a reminder of something that's so beautiful about this philosophy, which is that nobody is ever eternally punished. You know, you could be thus far having some very you might think that it's not been like a really spiritual life or whatever, but you can always get onto that ladder. It's very accessible. And that leads very nicely onto a really, really key theme that I pick up from this chapter, which is Krishna outlining his approachability. The example that I tend to use in where Krishna is talking about his approachability in the sense is that he encourages a personal relationship between us, but he also understands that, you know, you don't just set up a relationship in one day. If you think about in the material world, you don't just become someone's best friend or partner in one day. You have to spend time getting to know them, getting to understand them, what they like, what they dislike, what are going to be the key components of that relationship. And so when Krishna is outlining these stages, this ladder that you can come onto, you can very much see him expressing how we can do that and how we can kind of make a starting point in this relationship that we're building with him. You know, first, let's get some knowledge. You know, who is Krishna? How does he act? Where does he live? What should we be imagining when we're doing our devotional service? Then once we've gained this knowledge, this might help us step up to renunciation, because we have that knowledge and then we feel motivated, we feel sort of invested. Once we become more comfortable with this, we then might step up our renunciation into a further level, taking and working solely for Krishna with the intention of Krishna only in mind. And that's even a great stage to get to in itself. Then once we're at this stage, you know, we're already doing so much for Krishna. He's the one we're working solely for, we might end up taking that even further by very strictly following the rules and regulations of Bhakti Yoga. And by this point, it then seems almost natural to get to that final stage when you've been practicing all of these 3 steps, to start thinking solely of Krishna and having a very established relationship with him. So yeah, just my key takeaway, just emphasizing again that devotional service through this philosophy is just so inclusive. Everyone is welcome. And the attitude that it encourages as well, you know, being motivated to improve is such a great attitude to have. And then finally, just looking a little bit more detail at the qualities of a devotee. So here are some of the main ones that I picked out from those final few verses, is to be unenvious, to be a kind friend, to not have false ego and get caught up with I do this, I do that, being equipoised in happiness and distress, honor and dishonor towards friends and enemies, fame and infamy, heat and cold. So in summary, we see things that are auspicious or good and inauspicious as equal, and we don't find ourselves getting too affected by change, which is just so natural in this material world. Being fixed in knowledge and spiritual knowledge and understanding our duty. If some people are familiar with chapter 2, this is kind of understanding as well, both of our duties and how to work with them in conjunction. Being in good association. So that's really doing things like we are today, having this gathering, this satsang, and bonding with each other and talking about Krishna. And that links very well with being engaged in devotional service. And then those final 2, silent and self-satisfied. And just to clarify, in that sense of being silent, it's a material sense. So rather than perhaps always talking or boasting about the things that we have, we can be thinking and talking about Krishna, is what that silence means. And so, you know, we can see from these qualities, I mean, many of them would just make you more likable in a material sense as well. Being unenvious, being a kind friend, those are the things that you want to see in your friends and your partners, and the people that you work with. So and then also in a spiritual sense, you know, then you're becoming dearer to Krishna, which in itself is a type of devotional service. You're bringing yourself closer to him. So kind of key takeaway from that, just that material life is so tumultuous, so full of unpredictable change. What we can control is how we handle that change, and these qualities are really useful in helping us kind of meet with these problems. One day might be really great while others might seem awful, but if we understand that this is the way of life, we'll be much more at peace and we'll see these feelings as transient. And this lesson in particular, I found really, really valuable during this pandemic, given that the situation has been so changeable as it is. So we can see why this chapter can be particularly helpful during these strange and tumultuous times. So that's my reflection on chapter 12. If anyone has any questions about that, I'd be happy to answer them as well.
Would anybody like to ask anything? Sanjana is very clear in her thinking and her presentation. Such a nice way, nice style, and especially the way she interacts with the children when we're doing the preteens and the youth. It's very endearing. She's an undergraduate, just 19, learning English. And I must say, I'm very proud of her, as her parents are. So, and she answers all sorts of different questions very competently. So if anybody would like to ask a bit later on, that's fine as well. But I would recommend that you do encourage your children to join her when she's doing these presentations, because this is the right age to learn. Later on, it'll be very, very challenging, very difficult, because this Western culture, the Maya, is so strong that it will not allow your children to enter into the nectar of the Bhagavad Gita. And this Bhagavad Gita is such a powerful scripture that we have thanks to Srila Prabhupada. So please make the most of this time. Otherwise, later on, it's just too late. So I wanted to, we can do a quick run through Damodar Lila, because I don't think everybody will be aware of why this month is so special. And I thought we can just quickly go through why we celebrate in this month, every single day, this Damodar pastime. So this month finishes on Monday, in fact. That's going to be our last satsang. And it's said that this month, if we do any bhakti, it's 1,000 times more than at any other time of the year. And we celebrate one pastime the whole month. Usually when there's an appearance, Krishna Janmashtami, we celebrate one day, maybe 2 days at the most. There's no celebration that takes place more than 5 days, because Diwali is a 5-day celebration. But this, we celebrate 30 days. So it's such an important festival because such an important event took place. The Supreme Personality of Godhead gave he gave control of his life to Mother Yashoda. This is a wonderful, wonderful pastime that took place where she found out, of course, God doesn't have a mother. He is the mother and the father. But he likes to share that pastime with as having a mother and a father as well, who are very powerful souls, eternally liberated souls. And they sort of know he's God, but what's more important to them? He's their son. And he always behaved very nicely, especially in front of Mother Yashoda. But the neighbors would always complain about Makanchor, but she would never hear of it because he was such a good boy. But then one day he became so upset at home that he decided to steal a pot of butter from his own mother. And he even started feeding the butter to the monkeys. And the mother realized he is a naughty boy. And he may be God, but still he's my son. And I have to teach him discipline. She ran after him with a stick and he ran in fear. Now, God can be he cannot be fearful of anybody, but her love is so great that he becomes under the control of her love. So he runs from her, but his running is that of ecstasy. He's enjoying this Leela, this pastime, as she is. And she catches him, which is incredible because who can catch God? Nobody can catch God except one who loves him so much that he allows himself to be caught. So she put a lot of effort and he kindly submitted to his mother. And then, of course, he shows his divinity. He went between 2 trees, which he collapsed, and 2 devatas who were cursed as trees appeared. And he gave them liberation. He told them, you can now have the benediction of going back home, back to Godhead. So this is the kindness of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So this is why we celebrate this fantastic event every day this month. How do we celebrate? We celebrate in different ways. We light a candle every single day. Every single day. This candle is to Damodar, who is bound by ropes, and to Yashodamai. And we put it around them 7 times like this. And then we sing this song, which we will do in a little while. And today we have a really special singer who's come to sing this wonderful. She's a wonderful devotee of the Lord. And she also sings this Damodarastikam very beautifully. We do more japa, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. This mantra is what connects us to God. And if we can chant this mantra nicely every single day, then we will be on the path to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We read this 12th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, as Sanjay very beautifully said. It's such a wonderful chapter. It's only got 20 verses, but it's such a deep chapter. And we try to recite this Gopi Gita. We did it today. Such a beautiful chapter in the Bhagavatam. And we do some tapasya, like some fasting. Some devotees don't eat grains. Some devotees eat once a day, like that, different things. But definitely what we try to do in this month, and these last 5 days up to Monday are very important. Let's call the Bishpa Panchak. And we focus our bhakti even more in these 5 days. So we do more bhakti, less gossip, less TV, less social media, like that. And it's great fun as well. Tomorrow, we're celebrating Tulsi Viva. So we're doing it on the same Zoom address at 3 o'clock UK time. Please join. We are already started making the arrangements. When I say we, of course, that's the royal we. It's Jayanti who's making the arrangements of this celebration. So we'll have a yagya and so many things will be going on. So please do join us, and it'll be a very nice Zoom event. How much time we got? Are there any questions or any comments? Okay, so what we've been doing every day, which I'd like to do, even if we do a little bit of it, because even a little bit of Krishna Leela can potentially save us from the greatest of dangers. So this Krishna Leela we talk from is Krishna book, written by Srila Prabhupada, which is the 10th canto of the Srimad Bhagavad Puran. For the first 11 years, Krishna was present on this world. He was in Braj, Vrindavan, and he did fantastic childhood pastimes. And this, we talk about Damodar, is when he is in this period. Then for the next 18 years, he was in Mathura, liberating the different demoniac people in Mathura. And then for the next, up to the age of 125, when he left for the spiritual world again, he was principally in Dwarka. And again, he was doing very, very wonderful activities. So we've reached chapter 70. There are 90 chapters in total in this Krishna book. And we've sort of done a brief summary of the first 69. Now let's just have a quick look at the next few chapters. So there's Krishna's daily activities, Krishna in Indraprasth, the liberation of Jarasandh. This was one incredible pastime. And then when Krishna comes to Hastinapur. So his daily routine, he would rise early in the morning. He said he would rise 3 hours before sunrise. And nowadays sunrise is about 7:45. So it's not a problem. If we rise at before 4, no problem at all. It'll be more than 3 hours ahead. He used to rise early, wash his mouth, hands, feet, and then he would meditate. Now, who would he meditate on? They would ask him, because the queens didn't want him to leave the bed. Because when Krishna leaves the bed, you feel completely alone. So they would always lament when he would leave so early in the morning to meditate. He would meditate on himself. But actually, the Acharyas tell us that his meditation is on us, those who are living in this material world. He wants us to go back to him, to the spiritual world, because he loves us and he misses us. But we've forgotten him. And especially this month of Damodar is a time where if we remember him, we become endeared to him. So he becomes very compassionate upon us. So his daily activities would be, he would rise early, then after the meditation, he would change into, of course, have a bath. He doesn't need a bath because he's God, but he still does. He wears fresh clothes, puts on sandalwood. He gives in charity. He gives 13,084 cows in charity to the Brahmins every single day.
Clothes.
And clothes and many other things. Then he gives different gifts as well to the Brahmanas. He gives sandalwood flower garlands. His charioteer, Daruka, comes and takes him to the governing house, the assembly house, with Uddhav. And this is them journeying to that house. And this is him consulting with Uddhav. He would talk with Uddhav about everything. One time, a messenger came and told Krishna that Jarasandh has captured many, many kings. So immediately Krishna went to Uddhav and said, what should we do? Now, Uddhav was a cousin of Krishna. And Uddhav knew Krishna is the supreme Lord. But Uddhav was very humble as well. And the Lord really loved him. Uddhav even looked like the Lord. So every matter Uddhav would be consulted by the Lord. So this is a really nice relationship between Uddhav and Krishna. So Krishna asked Uddhav, what should we do about Jarasandha? And Uddhav said he has to be defeated because I understand, because Narad Muni had told them also that Yudhishthir Maharaj is doing a Rajasuya. So Jarasandha must be defeated. So that's what happened. Then they went to Indraprastha.
Yeah, in order for Yudhishthira to do the yajna, all the kings had to be under control of Yudhishthira.
Good point. Good point. So then they went to Indraprastha, and with Bhim and Arjun, Krishna went to the kingdom of Jarasandha, and they challenged him. They acted like Brahmins. They were dressed as Brahmins, and they said to Jarasandha, because Jarasandha actually was a crazy king, a really demoniac person, but he liked to fight. Anybody who challenged him, he wouldn't say no. So they challenged him. But he said, I recognize you. I know you are Krishna. And I know you're Bhim, and I know you're Arjun. But I'm still willing to fight. And I'll only fight with Bhim, because he's the only one capable of fighting with me. He was so arrogant. So Krishna said, okay, no problem. Bhim, have a fight with Jarasandha. So for 28 days, they fought. And after every day of fighting, they would sit down together and have a meal, all four of them. So it was, there was a lot of etiquette involved. But Jarasandha was just a cruel person. In fact, in his previous life, he was born in two halves.
Not this life.
Yeah, so in this life, he was born in two halves. And this demoness called Jara came and put him together. He was rejected as a baby, but this demoness put him together and he became Jarasandha. And he was very powerful. So Bhim couldn't defeat him. Eventually, Bhim was advised by Krishna how to defeat him, to split his body into two. So that's exactly what Bhim did. He defeated Jarasandha by splitting his body into two. And then after defeating him, they went back to Hastinapur.
For the Rajasuya.
For the Rajasuya Yajna. Thank you so much. And it was a very beautiful occasion where Krishna was met by all of Hastinapur, and they had such a festival. They loved him very much. And this picture, this painting is such a beautiful painting.
And the only other thing is all the 16,108 queens had also gone to Hastinapur for this Rajasuya Yajna. So Yudhishthira had made arrangements for everyone's welfare as well. So can you imagine all the festivities for this Rajasuya Yajna?
So join us tomorrow for the next adventure, which is Shishupal. Very interesting pastime. This month we offer a ghee lamp because this month is dear to Krishna and to Radha. And it said that just simply offering a ghee lamp, we can destroy sins of thousands and millions of births. That's really difficult to believe. But actually, if we can understand that a ghee lamp or a candle represents light as opposed to darkness, and represents also the sun, and the original sun comes from the spiritual world. That's actually Krishna himself. So a lamp is very dear to Krishna. That's why when we do Aarti, every day we offer incense, we offer a lamp every single day. So when we offer this lamp during the month of Kartik, it's got special significance. What's the other thing about it represents all the other things?
So it also comprises of the 5 material elements, which is earth, water, fire, air, and ether. So the earth is represented by the clay pot. The water is the oil or the ghee. And then fire is the actual burning of the jyot. And then air is the smoke coming from the lit candle or lamp. And ether is the air around us, the sky. So basically Krishna has given us these 5 gross elements, and we're offering a ghee lamp in that representing those 5 elements back to him and thanking him for these elements.
So we would recommend the parents in this session to encourage your children to offer a ghee lamp. Now, obviously, to be done under supervision, especially when the children are young. But if you get them to put this practice in their lives early in their lives and explaining why it's done, then that will help them for the rest of their life. So it's a good practice to offer a ghee lamp every single day. And whoever offers a lamp is like done all the yagyas and bathed in all the holy rivers. It's a great gift for Krishna. It makes one glorious and fortunate. And there's no sin in this world which cannot be purified without offering a lamp. And in this month, we sing this beautiful bhajan. And I would like to request Shubha. Shubha, are you there? And I'd like you to sing this bhajan. Let me just see. Can you hear her? Ah, great. There she is. Yeah. Fantastic. There she is. And whilst we're singing this bhajan, and there's Shubha and there's Sapna Devi, they are mother and daughter, and they are really glorious. Great. Because we're a little short of time, would you be able to sing it once all the way through, Shubha?
Yeah.
Thank you. And everybody can offer, if you like, a lamp at this time to your deity. And if you...
Or to Yashoda Damodar.
Oh, Yashoda Damodar here.
Which is
we
in
have
one of the
also...
slides.
Yeah, let's add that slide in. And if you can't do that because you don't have a light available, just imagine a lamp in your hands, a beautiful lamp, and just offer that around the picture. You can see the picture drop here, and Shavi's also got the same picture. Hare Krishna, Bimal, very nice, very nice. Okay, so you can start, Shubha.
Namamishwaram Sachidananda Satundalam Punivajamanam
Damodarastakam ki jai.
Damodar
Ki
ki jai.
jai.
Dada Damodar ki jai.
Jai. Shubha, thank you so much. You're amazing. Really, that was like a classical tune. So thank you. I wanted to just get an idea of the different Damodar. So Mataji is going to sing to Lord Nrsimhadev for our protection. But just before we do that, just wanted to have a look at the altars, and I can see very nice Vivas. Very, very good. Very, very nice. Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Darling Krish, come here.
And
sorry, Nabidas.
Yes, yes.
Sorry, Krish is practicing to play the conch. He's forgotten how to do it. He's doing some practice. So can he get some lessons quickly? Krish, come back.
You used to be able to do it. What happened?
Yeah, I think he's forgotten how to blow into it.
You have to.
Does he need to wet it, the conch? Or
just do it.
Purse your lips.
Oh, wait, come here. Come here. Look, you have to you have to close your lips, right? Close your lips, right?
And then as much air as you can blow out from those lips.
Okay, come here. Close your lips and blow.
Normally we ask about harmonium lessons or madanga lessons, not conch blowing lessons.
Okay,
Yes.
Yeah, good.
Good boy. Oh, done. Well done. Nice one.
Okay, great.
Practice makes perfect.
And this girl here, she was offering that candle so nicely. That was amazing, Bhakti. Very, very good. He was in the drama. We just did a drama which Priti very beautifully organized about Damodar Leela, about 20 children. And it was so so I have to congratulate these children. And then this is Priti's
Priti's.
beautiful Damodar. Very, very nice. Very, very beautiful.
Anyone
Anybody else like to show? Oh, Sandhya Devi, you're also hosting today. Would you like to show us your altar? They have a beautiful altar. We actually do our satsangs at their homes, but Zoom is so amazing. We're doing satsangs at 7 different homes today at the same time. Ah, look at that. Very good.
Oh, he knows.
Prabhu, can you spotlight it so we can get a bigger picture?
Yeah, I've spotlighted it.
No, this one, Palika's.
Yeah, I have.
Maybe remove the other ones.
Yeah, let's remove some of the others. Remove this one, remove this one. Is that better?
Krishna. I can't see yours one. Krishna.
Oh, whose is that?
That's Bhakti's.
Is Bhakti's? My
Yeah.
goodness, that's amazing. Thank you, Palika.
Wow.
Oof, amazing. So this is, yes, Bhakti's. Wow. Well, really beautiful altar.
Mm.
Well done. Fantastic. Nice going.
I can't see, Prabhuji.
Oh, can you see? Let me just.
Just remove everyone else. And
Well,
and
let's
just do that.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, let's just do this one more thing. There you go. Can you see now? Wow, this is amazing. Beautiful.
Mhm.
That's a nice looking mango. I'm on my way. It's about the only thing I can eat.
And then we had Henna.
Oh, yes. So let's have a look at Henna's. Henna Ben. Oops. Let's have a look at yours. Ah, we can see your Damodar. Very nice.
And Tulsi.
Henna. Nice Tulsi as well. Very, very nice Tulsi. Well done. Sulochan Mataji, very nice altar.
I can't see, Prabhuji. I can't see.
Oh, okay. One second.
Remove that one.
Let's take off this one. Now you can see?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Beautiful.
Oh, really nice. So well done. Well done.
Okay.
So let's, just before we go to Nashinga, I just wanted to share one thing. We go to Nashinga there for protection, so that he makes everybody safe, spiritually, mentally, and physically as well. But just before doing that, I just wanted to just mention, Children's Sangha every Saturday, please try to get your children to come. And they do these dramas. Believe me, they will never in their life forget these dramas. And they will learn so much. And Priti is training them so nicely. I asked them after the Ramayan drama, what did you learn? And 2 of the children, and they said many things, but 2 of them said, never give up. Now, if your children learn that from a young age, never give up, what will that do to their life? Preteens, tomorrow we have a Sunday at 1 o'clock. So please try to join from the age of 7 till 14. And they will learn so much from Sanjana. She's such an expert at giving guidance on Bhagavad Gita. It's chapter 6 tomorrow. Youth presentation is the following Sunday from 1 o'clock till 2, every alternate Sunday. We have adults classes at 3:30 every day. And oops, we have yoga classes every Sunday. So tomorrow morning, 8:30, Kamakshi Kanchan, she runs that. And it's chair yoga. So it's for those who are
elderly as well.
No, youth over the age of 50.
Tomorrow I'm hoping to do a little bit of floor exercises so young ones can join as well.
Okay. And Sandhya Mataji, who's hosting this, also one day she's doing meditation. So maybe in January, she can join us and show what she does from the meditation point of view.
Yeah, she can share the classes. I don't mind.
Yeah, thank you so much, Kamakshi. And we're starting Bhagavad Gita classes for adults mainly, but if children join, that's okay. Every Friday at 7:30 in the evening from next Friday. And then we're also learning bhajans every Thursday from next Thursday. So we pick one bhajan, and I think we will do Jai Radhe, Jai Krishna, Jai Vrindavan this Thursday. We learn it, and we will learn also the meaning behind it. Why are we learning this bhajan?
Sandhya Mataji, you want to share anything?
Regarding what, Mataji? Sorry.
Nothing. You were unmuted, so
No,
I thought
sorry,
you.
leave it.
Okay.
Oh, no, sorry.
Okay. No, that's okay.
So thank you very much for your time, and let's pray to Lord Nrsimhadev. He's very, very kind-hearted. He's an avatar of Krishna. And if you look at this picture, he is looking with so much affection. He's a lion, but he's looking with so much affection to Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj is his devotee, as we all are. So in these difficult times, these challenging times, we can see lots of positives in these negative times. Use this opportunity to enhance our spiritual life and pray to Lord Nrsimhadev to assist us to do that. So that's this prayer here. And this will be sung by Sapna Devi, and she is she's one of our heroes. There she is. She's such a wonderful singer and devotee of God. So Sapna Devi, please.
Namaste
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nrsimhadev Bhagwan ki jai, Bhakta Prahlad Maharaj ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai, Thai Gaura Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. So I wanted to do two things. One, all the elders in this call, anybody over the age of 5, no, 10, can bless these wonderful children that are in our group today. There's some really, they're all incredible children. And I just like to name some of them at least, if not all of them. Shavi, please bless this girl so she continues on her wonderful spiritual journey that she's having. Yes, that's it. Bless her like that. That's it.
Blessings.
And the brothers.
And the brothers as well, Katan and Katit. Very good.
Katan and Katin, blessing Shelly. Katan and Katin, blessing you, my child. Bless you more and more and more.
Now, Aruna Ben, her blessings are very important. She's a really amazing person. So, Bhakti Devi, bless Bhakti Devi, so she continues on her journey. Palika,
Bhakti Devi, all the children.
And sorry, I've forgotten your
all the children.
Daughter's name, Vishwa? And Rajiv, your son's name, please?
Yashwardhan.
Yashwardhan. So please,
And Eva, Prabhuji.
Lots of blessings from everybody here, especially Aruna Ben.
Prabhuji, this is what we need blessings. This is what we give blessings. This is
That's right. That's right. Sanjay, Sanjay, your children.
Rohan and Reba.
Children, blessings like this. All the children, blessings like this. All the children.
Aishwarya, let's bless it. Yes, Priti is really good. Actually, she blesses by her hard work. She's so good, so good. Jainitai, Falguni, your daughter and your son, and Krish is no longer a child because he's broken his voice.
That's right. Still Krish and Sanjay.
Yes. Actually, these two are amazing. Sanjana, what can I say about you, Sanjana? Please bless this girl so she's so good, and let her just continue on her incredible journey. Aishwarya as well.
We miss Sanjana at 3 o'clock. Satsangs. She used to come before, no?
That's right, Aruna. Yes, that's right.
We miss her.
You're right. You know, I missed them as well. It's probably in the holidays. I'll definitely be back. The uni schedule's a bit packed, but I'm really excited to be back soon.
Because during that time, we'll do the Srimad Bhagavatam, and that you will love it. You will absolutely love it. I mean, the way you picked up Bhagavad Gita within a few weeks, and you mastered it, and I'm so pleased. You know, so so good. Who else? Who have we missed out? Thank you, Shiv Kumar, for joining, and give the blessings to these children. Shiv Kumar is a very powerful personality. If there's anybody we've missed out, I really do apologize, but please do let us know if we've missed you out. And finally, I'd like to thank all the hosts. Thank you very much for allowing us into your lives for a short period of time. I hope this satsang has enriched your devotional service somewhat. It certainly has enriched mine. And I really enjoyed being with you all tonight. It would have been impossible to be at 7 different ashrams in a situation, but today I just feel fortunate to be with you all. I'd like to thank you.
So some of them is first time.
Sorry?
For some of them is the first time. This is good.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Nabi Prabhuji.
Thank
and
you.
Mataji. Thank you so much.
Really nice. Really amazing.
Thank you.
Let's not leave it another year before we meet again. So
Thanks to Shiva sir also. Thank you. Bye.
Your daughter will definitely benefit from the pre-teen stuff, huh? If it's possible.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
And Sanjay is such a role model. And she's a calm, cool person. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Palika, you should also join the pre-teens, huh? Tomorrow at 2 o'clock.
I read okay.
I like your style. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Oh, Surinder, Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
I'd like to recite a verse in the praise of all the children.
Yes, please.
Sri Sachi Dulal Balya Bala Sanga Chanchalam Akumar.
Can't hear you.
We lost you. That sounded like a really nice verse. Surinder, are you there?
Start again.
You're gonna have to write it out for us and make it tomorrow. Never mind. Okay. So and everybody who's come, especially those for the first time, thank you very, very much for sparing your time. And, I hope it will help your bhakti. It certainly is helping mine. So thank you very, very much, everybody.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you
Hare
very much,
Krishna.
Prabhuji, Jayanti Mataji.
Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Hare Krishna.
Just 1 second. Just 1 second.
Hare Krishna, everyone.
Looking forward for tomorrow to see Viva.
Yeah, yes. Jayanti doesn't want to show anybody, but I think it's good to show. 1 second. This is the preparations she's making for Tulsi Viva. Joe, show them.
Wow.
Lovely.
Seat for
Amazing.
What time is it tomorrow at 3?
Tomorrow at 3.
Okay. All right.
Yes, you can send the script. Yes, that's the place for Tulsi. She's not coming down until the last minute, she told us. She's going to be keeping Shyams on the waiting.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, Prabhuji. Wish we were there to attend all this.
You will be. So
I know, but it's different, isn't it? Different sitting there in front of you doing the puja and all that.
yeah, true.
Hopefully next year.
Yes, next year, definitely next year, yeah.
Sorry, Prabhu.
Yes.
Yeah, my computer just went dead, so I'm using mobile now. Can I recite the verse?
1 minute. Let me spotlight you. Yes, go for it.
Yeah. Sri Sachi Dulala Balya Bala Sanga Chanchalam Akumara Sarva Shastra Dakshatarka Mangalam Chhatra Sanga Ranga Digjigeshu Darpa Samharam Premadhama Devameva Nomi Gaura Sundaram Premadhama Devameva Nomi Gaura Sundaram. So this verse is from Prem Dham Deva Stotram. It's the second line explains that Gauranga Mahaprabhu, he memorized all the scripture. So therefore, this verse I dedicate to in praise of all the children who are doing so wonderful in the Krishna consciousness. So we need their blessing. I beg them to bless me and my family to be able to practice Sudha Bhakti.
Very
by the Nitai Gaur Haribol.
Krishna, thank you very much. That was
Dandavat to all the kids and all the Vaishnavas. Nitai Gaur Haribol.
And on the last day, on Monday, we are doing satsang at Surinder's ashram, and I was thinking everybody can join. And I'd like to say a very big thank you to Surinder, but also to Shavi, because she's in chapter only in this 1 month, all 20 verses. And I don't know if Shavi will be able to come for a few minutes, and we could just bless her at that time.
Yes.
And
Jai.
Aishwarya, are you there, Aishwarya? Aishwarya.
That was really nice. I enjoyed that blessing. I want a script of it.
Yes, Surinder, if you can send a script of what you wrote, what you just said, that would be good for us. I'll get it from him. So,
thank you.
So Aishwarya, you can sing. Where are you? She just wants to sing something. Let me just have a look. You can just show yourself. Ah, good. There you go. Yes, Aishwarya. You're muted. Huh?
Shuklam Brahma Vichara Sara Paramam Adyam Jagjadvini Veena Pustakadayinim Abhayadam Jadyantakara Pahara Ahaste Spatika Malika Vidaratim Padmasane Samstitam Vande Vande Tvam Parameshwari Bhagavatim Buddhi Pradam Sharadam.
Jai Aishwarya. And Aishwarya is so smart. She asked for us to do a satsang with her. So on Monday, we're also coming to you, okay?
So she's hosting it, not her parents.
She's hosting it, not her parents. No, her parents as well. But
I know.
she's such a good girl. Thank you so much, Aishwarya. You made my day. And thank you, everybody. This is the longest satsang we've had on this Damodar month. And it's difficult to leave, but we have to. Thank you so much. Sanjana, you're amazing. See you tomorrow.
Hare Krishna. See you all tomorrow. Really lovely to see all the children here as well.
Yeah, it's really good. Really nice. I'd like to thank you all. Thank you, and Keshavi.
Really enjoyed it. Thank you.
And Bhakti, you're amazing, Bhakti.
Earlier to sing.
Sorry? Somebody was just saying something, but...
Priti?
No, somebody said something about earlier to sing.
Yeah, I always like Bhakti to sing, actually. Okay,
She
look.
looks very cute today with her bangles on and her colorful attire. So cute today.
Bhakti, can you do Nashinga for us?
Go on
please?
then. Go on, Bhakti. Oh, you're muted.
No, it's unmuted. Nice.
Namaste Narashingaya Pranadala Dadayine Vriyanyakashi Pyuvakshaha Shilatanka Nakalare Yato Nashinga Parato Nashinga Yato yato yamitato nashinga Vahe nashinga nirale nashinga Narashinga matel Shanana papade Tavakara kamala hare Enakam Ambuta Shringa Dalitarianyakashipu Tanuringa Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagati Hare Jai Jagati Hare Jai Jagati Hare Jaya Nashingare Nashingare Nashingade, Jaya Nashingade, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Jai.
Jai, well done.
Nrsimhadev Bhagwan ki jai.
Yay.
Bhakti Devi ki jai. Thank you so much. Amazing, amazing. Okay, dear devotees, see you tomorrow if you can come. Bhakti, I'd like you to come tomorrow and sing as well, huh? Hare Krishna.
Hare
Take
Krishna.
care.
Thank you.
Krishna. Take care, everyone.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.